All right. Morning. We're live. Hello. I am. I'm gonna say 8 out of 10 refreshed from the weekend. 8 out of 10 refreshed, which should be enough to get us over the finish line with this next release. Hey, Ahmed. Ahmed. I got something cool to show off. Not this. Right here. So this is an unprecedented result. I don't think you've really seen something like this since OpenAI's work in 2019. It's like, okay, you got a curve. Big deal. What's the curve? Look at the x-axis. There's step in the bottom left of the graph there. See that 11? E plus 11? Yeah, we are almost 400 billion steps into training right now. And we've got this very clean linear train curve. Oh, and this is soda by a lot. So there are probably going to be some power interruptions, so it's probably going to take me a while before I get to run the full scale thing that I really want to do. But yeah, we're going to have the longest train run ever, which will be very cool. Welcome, Arga, as well. So here's where we're at. Last Friday and Saturday. Oops. I have to put on my calendar before I forget that I got a meeting today. 4 p.m. EST. Okay, let me put that on my calendar and then I'll talk about what's going on because we've got some pretty exciting stuff. 5 p.m. alarm. Good. So, the plan for today and the plan sort of over the next week, we pretty much have release done. There are a couple more environments that need to be put onto the website. There are a few more environments that need to have their models ported to C, so we have cool demos. There are a few like administrative things. I want to find an editor. Actually, if anybody knows a good spot to get like decent editors, I'd like somebody to cut me together a 30-second trailer. Obviously, we'll pay for that. And then I have to clean up some posts. But other than that, like we have the release ready to go. In fact, let me just show this. Let me show this off real quick, just so you can get an idea of the scale. You might have seen this if you were here late night on Saturday. Otherwise, probably won't have seen this. This is the new docs page. And it's got some nice stuff. It's got, you know, all these nice new demos. It's got new tutorials that I got to go through, all that stuff. But the main thing, the ocean has expanded. We now have 20 environments ready to go. And I believe we should get at least 2 more on here, 2 big ones, depending on who's finished what in the Discord. Potentially a couple smaller ones as well. And these all work, like the convert environment. You have 1,000 agents in your browser. Got Tetris, which looks awesome. Thanks to Hadrian for that. Or Adrian, I believe. Adrian. Your username's different from your real name. I'm going to say your username and forget. Yeah, we've got this Tetris. It's very nice. Got Enduro, which is so good. Freeway doesn't render quite correctly. Cars don't have wheels for some reason. But we do have environment. Pac-Man, which is pretty cool looking. I don't know why the ghosts chill for a second at the start like that, but got Pac-Man, all sorts of nice environments. And then we even have demo environments like this one here. This is a fully commented tutorial environment, which is really easy to follow this along and see how this is made. And this is kind of like the simplest environment that you can make that still is really cool for multi-agent. Grab my chat. I always just take this thing. It's kind of silly. I just go like this, background opacity to 1, and I stick this under my camera so I don't miss messages, or I miss fewer messages. Let me change the X stream title, and then I think what we'll do is, for the next 50 minutes or so, just before breakfast, we will see if I can get a couple of these other environments working with the web. Impulse Wars is very cool. Impulse Wars is very, very cool, and we don't have that one on yet, so I definitely want to do that. I would change the, I don't know how we change the title, annoyingly enough, but fine. There's also Robocode, which is Tosin. He's almost done with this. I put tactics down here because we haven't had anybody finish yet. So yeah, these are almost done. Let's see if we can get, actually, there's Captain in the chat right there. We'll see if he has any ideas on how to get this on the web. Yeah, so Impulse Wars doesn't build from here, which is annoying. Well, we can definitely do this one. And this thing seg faults, lovely. This is correctly listed under demo. And hey, Quixotic. Just sending one quick message on the side here. There can be put on. Awesome. See our latest. I merge right now. We put on website. Look at this. We have all these M's. Unfinished shame go into the work in progress of shame. I put the simple ones on as well. You know, I put like target and squared and all that. Some of these are like, oh well, I killed the server, so obviously not gonna work. But the Tetris one is really nice. Like this is just an example of a really well done like new contributor environment, because this is just so cool. This is like really good work. Oh, it does rotate pieces. Hey, I'm working on a trading sim NVNC. We technically have one of those. Oh yeah, we should figure out about that one as well, Spencer, to see what they want to do. Because we have stuff to reply to them on. Render a moving plot each frame. Yep, that's what we did. I actually think that they should be fine with us releasing that, given recent stuff. Last frame tells the whole story, though. Yeah. You want all M's on web, so I'm assuming you want the C neural net code. So, Captain, what we're going to do for that, I don't want to make people spend forever writing these obnoxious C networks. We can get something weaker on the, like, for just the website to start with. I'll probably just see, like, if I just train, like, when's the last time you just tried to train, like, a linear plus LSTM on this thing and just see if it does something, you know? One exception is Neural MMO. I'm going to put in some work to actually make that work because we have a ludicrously good result on Neural MMO. This thing is superhuman. And I don't think anybody has ever done a RL run of this scale on this little hardware. At almost 400 billion steps. And sitting duck 2. Where's our Terra PR? Sensor have a Terra PR? I mean, I guess I can technically just build it. What's wrong with our banner? So, Captain, I would just train like a weaker one, right? I would either set it to human control or I would just have a weaker one for now. Like, so we actually have the end dynamics on the site so you can like play it and stuff. What do you mean you have a trade? We did some work in that space. That one wasn't released yet. We should hopefully be able to release that. We have like some basic thing. It's not for the normal equities market though, that I can say. Yeah, we definitely need a better way of like getting these nets onto the site more quickly. Because all like the custom nets are just very difficult to do. Financial mathematical models. Well, I mean, either way, whatever the dynamics are, yeah, it's like you kind of just can make a cool graph to have something to render, but yeah, it's like the last frame tells you. Well, it depends. Like if you run it for a very long time, right? Then like you can't really compress. You don't really want to compress the whole graph necessarily. Like sometimes you have like a rolling window. I think there are rigorous financial mathematical models either. Like if there were, you wouldn't be able to ever make any money not trading anything. It would be fully optimized, and these hedge funds wouldn't have jobs. I guess there's still information asymmetry, but I don't. Yeah. Yeah, problem with a lot of the models is they're not very good, right? And then also there's just massive ace. One, they're not very good, and two, there's massive information asymmetry. What do you need? Building without. It would be nice, Captain, but the thing that I just want most is I want to know, because like you don't have it hooked up to the build script at all. So, like, just how do I get a thing that I can put onto the web? Like, how do I run the EMCC build and get it onto the web? Like the process, you can see me literally doing this right now, right? I do build ocean, env name web, I copy it over, I add a thumbnail, that's it. Replied to that on Discord. Oh, okay, I'm dumb. I literally have it on my screen. Here, since I have you right here, make impulse, where is it? PufferLib, of course. Make release demo web. Ah, this is me. And then we'll see what this is and if it's suitable. Okay, so it's not bad. Which of these files do I actually need? Like, there's CMake crap in the release demo web, right? Is it just demo.star? You need the, like, yeah, but you need more, like, it'll load more files than just that. Hang on. HTML, data.js. There's no WASM, there's no map file. Is anything else used, like underscore deps? Demo star. Okay, let's try that. You usually do need the HTML because it's packed into, like, this is what I have for breakout on the right, you see? Okay. And, what is it to run this thing? Like, make release demo? No? Do I need new Clang or whatever for this? Yeah, I just want to get a thumbnail for it. Unless you have one. Thumbnail needs to be screenshot from the game in the original resolution, which you can do just by pressing F12 with PufferLib. It's a built-in. Because I also used the screenshot dimensions for, I believe, the render dimensions. that. I will add your yeah, so I think it's like the Clang dep or whatever. It's a bit irritating that it's not even a Clang version that's on Ubuntu 24, but should give you a place of relative honor with MOBA or somewhere here. You will be free to PR a description change to this as well. Get you something though. And have you already sent me how you should be listed for this? I believe there's I forget if you sent me name or whatever. Well, actually, I'll let you fill this in. Yeah, you can absolutely just in fact, what I'll do is you'll just be able to PR it to the puffer.ai branch. I'll just let you do that. If I remove Clang20 from the make file, I hate heavy build systems for this reason. I should already have all this stuff though. I guess. I don't know why, like, my other build should not work. I don't know why it's using, like, additional packages. PufferLib. I don't know why the linker is not. Okay. What happened to the textures? Wait, what happened to the textures? The lighting and stuff. Why is everything flat shaded? Is this is not how it's supposed to look, right? Can we have it looking way better than this? Yeah, this thing is literally transparent. Base PufferLib dir assets will load. Yeah. Yeah, that's way freaking better. Loaded resources. I don't know. I'll have to see if they show up on the website. Is this 1920 by 1080 or something? I don't know why Pong is massive here. Oh, this broke everything. That's why. 1920 1080. These are all gonna be like oh, okay, it kinda does a thing. Where's this garbage M scripting thing for? Okay. I don't know why that M scripting bar pops up. Like, there's something different with the build system. I mean, I want to use this darned end. I want to use this end. Like, you should be able to do stuff with it, yeah? We have cracked out RL. I double checked. I think it would be, yeah. And also, like, how's this even possible that it pops like this jank texture open? Oh, you need to have so this thing here, like you can't dynamically load this. You got to look at the way that I did my mscripting command. You preload all the assets in. Like you preload specifically resources / impulse wars. Like I took care of this basically, but it can't find any of the assets. So we have it on the website technically. And what are these? 2 scripted bots or something? Or no, 1 scripted bot and then you. Fine. We have something on the website, but ideally fix. It looks like this cool end that it is. Okay. Spencer send me PR or no? $20 minutes ago. What in the heck? This is a bot, right? No optics. This is like a random ass PR. I do not understand. This is what GP like or whatever the model is came up with. Sustainable self-sufficient future. I have to run for breakfast in a few. I will be back after breakfast for pretty much the whole rest of the day. As usual. My dozers. Hey Spencer, I gotta run for breakfast in a sec, but yeah, the goal is to get everything on the website. I want to start like cutting, like ideally, even if we don't have the agents in C, I want to get clips of all the ends today, so that I can like get a video editor to help me cut them together. And like figure out some cool way to present them, you know? All right, I can answer something quick or I'll be back in like 30 40 minutes. Actually, here. What's the GPU drive? Hang on. Yo, what's question?
Okay.
Hey,
All right. So the GPU drive thing, you know how we did the LSTM state reset now?
yes.
So when you eval, like rendering the eval, you have to reset the state with inside of that function, but that's dependent on the length of that episode. So for GPU drive, you have to basically hard code it every 91 ticks on resample in order to get the same performance in training. But that would screw with other environments. So how would you like to handle that into the PufferL file?
That's literally just for like watching the policy back, right?
That is correct. I mean, I
Yeah,
can just have it in there and comment it for saying 4 GPU drive,
yeah,
but
I think just don't put it there for now, cause like it's not gonna make a huge difference. It's literally just for watching it. It doesn't affect anything else, and the actual NYU guys are gonna have their own like versions of stuff anyways. I
okay,
think
so
that
do not include that in my
yeah,
PR.
I don't say just don't include that in the PR. Let's get that onto the website. Let's chat with Eugene. Let's get this plus Terraform um into this in like some workable state, ideally. I'll put the school env as like a work in progress thing as well. And like I want to get the thing merged pretty much. I just want to
Yeah,
get the
that's
thing
fine.
merged.
I can probably get you pretty decent clips for Terra in the grid space. I mean, within a clip, you'll see it at least get to like, I think so far, like up to 80, 90% from
Yeah.
zero.
So for reference, my plan is to just like of all the non-trivial ends, I'm gonna just take clips at pretty much native resolution, just screen recordings, not GIFs. I'm gonna find. I might just find somebody on Upwork. Ideally, I find somebody that actually does stuff for like YouTubers.
Sure.
Because it's not just like, oh, cut it all together, right? Ideally, like I find somebody that can help me like come up with a cool way to present it. Um, yeah. Also, we have like actual superhuman neural MMO policy now. So
Oh, sick.
yeah, we have. I mean, look at this train curve. This is 400 billion steps.
Jesus Christ, 400 billion?
Yes, it's technically queued for a trillion if they don't screw up my power, and it goes straight up.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't look like that's slowing down at all. You might even see 9 at this rate.
Good. So yeah. And also, I think that this is like an undershot because when I actually watch the agents, they get to 12. So I think
Ah,
that some of them get spawn killed.
sure.
I don't think I've ever gotten 12-12. Like playing it, it's hard.
What again does that represent? Is it like how
Level
many
12.
skills you level up to or something?
It's level 12 in combat and foraging. So that
Oh,
requires you to
okay.
defeat 12 enemies of around your level, and then it requires you to harvest. I believe it's 8 tier 1 resources, and then like 4 tier 2, 3 tier.
Damn. Cool. All right. Yeah. That was my question. I mean, I'll make sure to just to not have that in the thing. I just wanted to make sure that it did represent. I did figure out why my thing was off by a little bit. I had an off by 1 on my tick resets on eval, so that was why I wasn't getting 99 every time,
Yeah,
but now it does. So we're totally good on the rendering eval for GPU drive 99.7%.
awesome. Hopefully we get this to Eugene, and then Terraform will go up there and GPU drive, and then we'll have two that are like not just games. So it's like, hey, we can kind of gamify whatever.
Hmm. Did you want to put GPU drive in Ocean or in work in progress?
I'm going to move both of these up. To be fair, like as soon as you give me a policy, I'm
It's
going to put
done.
them both.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we can
All
change
right.
them. There's not really a versioning thing. It's just stuff that like doesn't even train or whatever I put down here. So like this will go up,
Yeah,
and
and
then
then I'm gonna fix whatever happened with tower climb training right now.
yeah,
But let me go ahead and
it
make
looks
that
cool
PR.
on the site.
Yep.
Like these are all pretty good, and I now this is more than 20 M's. Like Ocean's expanded.
Yeah.
This one is just such a good example of like what new contributors can do in like a reasonable amount of code that still looks awesome. Like look at this thing.
Tetris. Yeah.
Look how freaking cool this is for being like a relatively simpler env. Just superhuman Tetris. Well, I don't think it's actually superhuman. It's better than amateur player though.
hmm Do you think if you just is that just a matter of training at this point?
Training and a little bit of fiddling, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's really fun to watch.
Right? So I don't know if we're gonna want to do something where we like, you know, categorize like the best envs or something. Um, but I think we definitely should have like, our preferred set of M's that we use for experiments. And like I think that this is going into that list. All right, I gotta go. I will be back after breakfast. See you, Spencer.